Hello friends, today we'll be solving a secondary 2 question, the one which is on your screen, and it requires knowledge of Pythagoras theorem. So those who know what is a Pythagoras theorem will really enjoy this question. So let's start with reading the question first. So the diagram shows a rectangle ABCD, you can see here ABCD, and two small identical circles of radius 5 cm. So these are the small circles, right? Two identical small circles with radius 5 cm and a big circle of radius 8 cm. So this is a big circle, right, which has a radius of 8 cm. So the two sides of the rectangle are tangent to the circle. So you can see here, right? So these lines of this is the length of the rectangle and it is tangent, and this is a breadth, so they are tangent to the circles. Okay, what do I mean by, what do they mean by tangent? That means is if you drop a perpendicular from the center of a circle to this line, it will be at 90 degree. So that's what it meant. Okay, now one other thing we have is that, okay, the sides of the two sides of the rectangle are tangent to the circles, and the two small circle touch the big circle at 2 points here and here. Okay, they are touching. You consider they are touching. Okay, now suppose AB is 34 cm and the area of the rectangle is x cm square. We have to find x. So basically, since they have already given that x is the area of the rectangle, and we have to find x, means we have to find the area of the rectangle, right? In straight words, in simple words, we have to find the area of this rectangle. Okay, and what do we have? Everybody knows that the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. And what do we have here? We already have length. And how much is this? See here, this is 34, right? Why they've given here AB is 34. So AB and CD both are same, right? So this is 34, right? Okay, what else do we need in order to find the area of the rectangle? Is the breadth of the rectangle, right? So we have to find either AC or BD, right? AC or BD. So here the AC, right? For the AC, right? If I'm going to draw a line here, right? And it is passing through the center of this circle. Okay, it is passing through the center. I assume that this is the center of the big circle. So what do you think? What is this? What is this length? This is 8 cm, the radius of the circle, right? So this is 8 cm, right? So okay, so for this whole thing, right, so far for AC we already know at least this much, right, that this is 8 cm. But how about this thing? How much is this? We know that this part is 8, but we don't know how much is this, right? We don't know how much is this. So let's say let's start labeling it. Okay, so let's say the center of this circle is O, the center of this one, the small one, is O dash. Okay, and in order to find this one, right, just look at it, what I'm doing here. So what I did here is I just joined the center of the big circle with the end, with the D here, right? Why? Because I know that this is 90 degree, right? I know this is 90 degree because this line is parallel to BD, and so obviously this is 90 degree. Okay, so if I have to find, let's label it as this point as X and this one as Y. Okay, so if I have to find OX, right, I better have to find XY and OY first. How do we do that? See, this sense, this is the midpoint, right? Because this is the center and the whole figure is symmetric, right? So this length will be this xy will be 34 divided by 2, right? So this xy, we can write here that xy is 34 divided by 2 is 17. So we can say that this length is 17. Okay, good, we got this, right, at least this much. Now our job is to find this length, OY. So in this one, see, this part is easy. This is again the radius of the big circle, so we can say, okay, this is 8. Okay, this part is 8. How about this part? again this is 5, because again this is the radius of the small circle. And how about this part, O dash y? Is it 5? No, it's clearly not 5, because 5 is still here only. But O dash y is more than that, right? So you can see here that this is this, but however this is 5, right? This is 5 because this is the radius of the circle. And how about this? This is also the radius of the circle, right, which is 5, right? Now since this is 5, this is also 5. So we can find this O dash y. How? Using Pythagoras theorem. As we know that this is 90 degree. This line is tangent to the circle. So angle O, let's put some name here. Z. Let's put it Z. Okay. So O dash Z is perpendicular to XY. So this is 90 degree. Okay. So let's start. Let's start finding let's start finding how much is O dash Y. So we can say that in right angle, what is the right angle here? O dash ZY, where angle Z is 90 degree. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem. What can we say? What's the Pythagoras theorem? It says that the square of the hypotenuse, right? This is your hypotenuse. The length of the square of your hypotenuse is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides, right? So with here the other two sides are O dash Z square plus ZY square, right? And the good thing is both are 5, right? So we can take it as 5 square, then 5 square. It will give you 25 plus 25, 50. Okay, so all the way. Okay, O dash Y square, O dash Y square, O dash Y square is 50. Finally we got that. Okay, O dash Y square is 50. So how much is O dash Y? How much is this length? Is square root of 50, which will give you 7.071. So good. So we got this length O dash Y, which we needed, right? O dash Y is now 7.071. Okay, now since we know this one, right, the difficult part, we can easily find out how much is OY, the hypotenuse of this triangle OXY. We can calculate the hypotenuse of this triangle. So which is OY is equal to 8 plus 5 plus 7.071, right? That will give you 20.071. So now you got OY, which is 20.071, right? Again you can see that this is again OXY is a right angle triangle. OXY is a right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle OXY, where angle X is 90 degree, again using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, theorem, what we can say now? We can say that OY square is equal to OX square plus XY square, and we need to find OX, right? This height we need to find, right? We are interested in finding this height here, right? So how much is OX square? We can say it's OY square minus XY square, which is how much is OY? It's 20.071 whole square minus XY is 17. You can see here. So 17 whole square. So my OX square is this much. If you calculate it using calculator, right, you can calculate it. You will get OX square is equal to 113.85. That means how much is OX? OX is just the square root of 113.85, which is equal to 10.67 cm. Good. So now we got this as well, right? That's what we wanted. So now this length is 10.67. Now we can easily find the breadth of the rectangle. So basically the length of AC, right, which is the breadth of the rectangle, is 8 plus 10.67, which is equal to obviously 18.67. Right, now we know both the breadth and the length of the rectangle, so calculating area of A, B, C, D is easy, which is how much, which is length times breadth. So my length is 34, right, so it's 34 times the breadth, which is AC, right. So if you want, you can write it first like it's you can write it as AB times AC, right, which is equal to 34 times 18.67, which is equal to 634.78 cm square. Okay, and we know that here they have said that the area of the rectangle is x cm square. So what's the value of x? That means this thing, this x is equal to 634.78. Okay, so yes, so now we found the value of x. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a very good application of Pythagoras theorem. See you.